All right, ladies. All right, queens. In this episode, we are going to talk about women empowerment or female empowerment and the beauty of it and how we need it. And it's such a beautiful thing. I can't wait to see you in the next episode of Powerfully Her. See you on the inside. How you doing? Let me make sure my blaze is looking good. I have shoulder pads. Hello. Let me fix this mic. Hello. Hi, queens. Make sure the green light is on. This has happened before, y'all. I just want you to know that one time I did a complete episode and the light was red, which means it was off and I didn't know. And I lost that episode. I was devastated. My husband was like, calm down. It's okay. And I was like, no, I have to show up for the women. They need me. It was just it was a moment. I had a moment. I was just like, oh my God, like, dang. But, alhamdulillah works out. And God is like, there's no shortage of what you can talk about. I got you. Just do it again. I was like, all right. But I was tight. But, I'm here now. But now I know. So now, because I'm handsy, right? So I don't have to be careful where I move my hands. I'm very expressive. So I have to be like, girl, keep it cool and keep it cute. So now I know. So when y'all make sure the green light's on. And how you doing? Hey, how's it going? Hope it's going good. I hope it's going good. And we are in episode 26. 26. That's all I got to say to that, because that's crazy. It's crazy because we're going because you're here. We're going because it's needed. We're going because it is meant to happen and we should be a blessing for others. That's why we're going. We're going because God said so we can go. He gave it to us, so we're going. So it's a humbling thing. It's a powerful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I do not take it lightly. So I thank you for showing up for you and, really giving you your time and your attention and showing that it matters to you. So thank you. As always, thank you. All right. In this episode, we are talking about female empowerment and women empowerment and what that is, right? So I should actually, I said before that I like to get a definition. I've been going on Google a lot or ChatGPT, whatever, or Claude, just to see the definition of things, because I like that. I like being able to sometimes just give you textbook, definition of something, you know what I mean? Because it means something. It's nice sometimes if we can have that. And here we go. So although I do know the definition, but I wanted to give you the textbook. So it says women empowerment means giving women the power, confidence, opportunities, and support to make their own choices and fully participate in an area of life personally, professionally, socially, and economically. At its core, women empowerment is about removing barriers, unblocking potential so women can live with freedom, dignity, and purpose. Key elements of women empowerment are, number one, self-confidence and self-worth. Women believing in their value, voice, and abilities. Now, I'm going to go through this. It's 4. It has quite a lot, which is wonderful. But I want to go through each line by line. So it's giving women the power, confidence, opportunity, support to make their own choices, fully participate in the everyday of life. Now, that's powerful. It's really, really powerful. And I love the fact, I love this definition. I truly do. And I want you to know that you are very powerful, extremely powerful, very powerful. And you see, I'm wearing this bright color. And I tried to get the mic to turn pink too, but it's acting up. But I was like, all right, we got to keep moving. That your existence, your being of vibrancy and being here is not by accident. This is when I said in episode 25 that it has to be you and that you were created on purpose for a purpose. I'm not joking and I'm not lying. I take it very seriously, extremely serious. You are so powerful. And if you don't think so, I'm going to list how powerful you are. The fact that you exist alone shows enough. The fact that you're able to give life shows enough. Now, for the women that if you have struggled with infertility, because I have, I know what that feels like. So I don't want you to think that, well, what about women that can't have children? I know what that feels like, and I've walked those shoes. But that doesn't take away from your power. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. You might feel powerless at that moment, because I did, and I get it. I get it. I get it. It was very hard for me to see women that don't even want to be a mom, having children. It would eat me up. My husband and I, we were just like, oh my God. It's just like we want to be parents, like so badly. There's so many people I see in the world that don't want to be parents. Why are they parents and we aren't? Why? Like, why are the people that are hurting children, they hate kids, have them? I'm like, God, why? But I had to remind myself, I had to do some centering. I had to humble myself, because that's pretty, I'm being full of myself. Like, well, God, well, why? Like, girl, who are you? God does what he wants. And you don't know how the story's going to play out. So be patient and seek his assistance and patience in prayer. And that's what I had to do. I had to humble myself, like, girl, whoa. So when it comes to the infertility journey, I understand how that is. But at the same time, I don't want any woman that is suffering with that. First, let me say my heart breaks for you. It does break, because it's a lot. It is very heartbreaking. Oh my God. It just, it will, for me, where it was, that is something that could really could send you over the edge if you don't get back to God. That is the one thing that could really you're like, oh my God, if that's what you want. Like, when it comes to things that we really want, and when it comes to life, and when you see a lot of people, an abundant amount of people having something that you want, and you get confused and you're like, well, why? I've been there and I get it. But this is why I always talk about getting back to God, because God is the one that's going to give you the ease. God is the one that's going to give you the peace. God is the one that's going to give you the clarity. Maybe God was like, now is not the right time for you. Maybe this is not the best time. I digress. Only God knows. So this is why all knowledge is with him. But I want you to know my heart breaks for you, and I'm with you, and I stand with you, and God willing, everything will turn around for the best. Okay. We were even considering adoption. That's where we were at. And adoption's great. So I get it. But my heart does bleed for you, and I understand how you feel. So my love is there for you. I get it. But what I'm saying is that when I say we give a life, is that the fact that you exist and the role of a woman as far as giving life is beautiful. It's powerful. The essence of earth is feminine. That's what when we say a mother nature, it is. The essence of the earth is feminine, 100%. But when we mix it with things that are toxic, that's when it gets tainted. So this is why when I talk about tainted, this is why when it comes to the attack on women throughout history, women and girls being slaughtered, being killed, being disrespected, all cultures. You see so many cultures where girls and women are being killed, are not being unalived. I'm sorry, should have said unalived, where things are happening. And it's like, they don't love women. They don't love girls. They don't love females. They don't. And you're like, what is happening? And this has been happening since the beginning of time. So the look of women, especially no matter in this country too, no matter where it is, the attack on women and womanhood and girlhood is huge. So this is why when it comes to us being together, and when it comes to right where it says here, giving women the power and confidence and opportunity support to make their own choices, fully participate in every days of life, because that is something that has been stolen from a lot of women and girls. That's why. So it's the rights that were given to us by God, by the Almighty, have been taken away by those that have evil intentions and evil ways, which is unbelievable. And I also want to say something too. There is this confusion that I've seen where people think that bad only is a man. I don't subscribe to that at all. I am not of that camp of, I'm not on the man-hating journey, or I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to men are the enemy. I don't subscribe to all men are bad, men are dogs. I do not believe it at all. My father is my hero. My little brother, my husband is my everything. Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I believe, and I know for a fact that there are good men and there are bad men. And I also know there are bad women and there are good women. And when it comes to deciphering what evil looks like, sometimes we have this clear indication, or this clear depiction of image of what evil looks like. And that's what evil is. It's a man, or it's black people, or, or it's people that don't have enough money, the people that are poor, and people that, it's just look of what bad is and evil is. And that's not true. And I want you to go back to question where that's coming from. Because I will say one thing, Queens. It's not, I don't want to tell you what to think. God wants to teach you how to think. And when I was homeschooling my daughter, I taught her, I said, there is a way, let me teach you how to think. And we were watching something, and it was about racism, and it was about Jim Crow. And I wanted her to look at the picture, and I look at that, tell me what you see. I didn't tell her what to see, because I told her what to think. I'm teaching her how to think. What do you see when you see that? It's very important. So this is why I want you, and you need to unpack, why do I think this way? Where is this coming from? Because if you think for 1 second that I don't believe it's men versus women at all either. No, we are stronger together. And then we have to question, why is that happening? Who's telling us that men and women should be at odds? Who's telling us that we shouldn't get along? Or even when it comes to racism and ethnicity, who's telling us black versus white, and white is better than black? And then that young is better than old, and rich is better than poor. Who's giving us these narratives? Who? Because it's not God. So that's why what we see is very important. This is why you have to guard your eyes. You have to guard your heart. You have to guard your hearing, because that affects this beautiful heart that you have. Remember, the heart leads the brain. This is the conductor here. This is just following suit. Captain's right here. So when women or opportunities are being taken away, opportunities for have a quality of life, a great life that you were supposed to have, that is your birthright. Remember, to have an amazing life, you have to fight for that. But the point I'm making, and I will land at home with this, is there are bad women. There are bad women that are hurting other women. And I'm sorry to say that, and I wish I wasn't. And it's not because I wish it wasn't women. I wish it was nobody. I wish no one was bad. But that's a real thing. So we can't pretend like, no, it's just bad men or boys or not. No, there are bad women out there. They are doing horrific things, horrific evil. So we shouldn't put people in a box. So you don't want to have a box. You want to be clear. You want to have clarity so you can pay attention, right? So the fact that this has been taken away, the power to have confidence, opportunities, the choices to participate in the areas of life, to have a quality of life, a life that God wants you to have, that is something, when it comes to women and girls, as far as this topic of this episode, has been happening. And we got to stop that. We gonna stop that. And this is what this podcast is doing. Do you think it's by accident that God put in my head to call it Powerfully Her? He gave me that. He said, Nadira, it's going to be Powerfully Her. You know why? Because it is the woman that is the essence of civilization, comes from the woman. Women are the ones that give life. Women are the ones that produce that. Men plant the seed, but women are the ones that give. We're the ones that give. That's why I said the essence of earth is a woman's essence, because it is. Not in a way that's tearing someone down or tearing each other down. No. And that's why it's very important for us to get back to the natural, get back to the truth. Powerfully Her is you reclaiming your power. I'm getting back what was my birthright. I'm getting back what God says is mine. That's what I'm doing. And out of my way, if you believe that I shouldn't have it, you better step to the side, because you have no right to tell me what I can have and what I can't have. That is the power that you have, Queen. Do you understand me? And if you forgot, I am here to remind you, as you know. Let me affirm you again. You are Powerfully Her. You deserve to have the best that God has for you. Please understand that. Please. You fight for the best. You demand the best of everything, including relationships. Understood? Okay? Because they know if the woman and the girls are broken down, they know the society is broken. And even when it comes with boys, boys are the leaders, men are the leaders, the protectors. That is their God-given right. It is. But when we have this pitting men versus women, or women versus women, we're being jealous and not being supportive, things like that, that is all from the enemy. Because we are supposed to have community. With the collective, we're supposed to support each other. We're supposed to love on each other. We're supposed to be together because we are stronger together, because each one teach one. We all need each other. We need each other, y'all. And it's more fun, right? Right? We're meant to be together. So we empower one another. Empower one another. Women empowerment. I'm energizing you. I'm reminding you of your greatness. I'm reminding you how special and powerful you are. I'm reminding you that you have that greatness inside you and that you need to activate it. I'm reminding you that it has to be you. I'm reminding you. I'm reminding you. You know I get fired up. I'm a very passionate person, but I'm doing that because I know what is right. So women empowerment is about us coming together and loving each other, supporting each other. No biases, no ill will. And again, like I said, there are good women and there are bad women. The bad women or the bad girls when you're younger or anything, but the young girls are getting from the bad women. The bad women that you have encountered. Firm boundaries. Because they are not of us. They don't want what's good for you, so they should not be near you. They shouldn't be in your life. Point blank, the end. Right? Because if we're not about empowering each other and bringing each other together, then why are you around? Why are you here? And you have to feel comfortable. Get comfortable with being comfortable, with having that firm belief and being strong and like, I am no longer going to take mistreatment. Because we have to empower each other. Not jealousy, not animosity. Who is telling us that these beauty standards that you know I've spoken about are supposed to be this way? A woman is supposed to look like this. A woman is supposed to have that. A woman is supposed to be this. A woman should be this color. A woman should be this size. A woman should be this age. A woman should have this. Who are you? Who gave you the power to tell us how we are supposed to be? When God is the one that created us, he tells us. You don't tell us. Man doesn't tell us. The creation doesn't tell us. The creation shouldn't tell nobody. God tells us. And where you want to know, go to his holy books. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. That's how deep this goes. So deep, Queen. So this is why us empowering, this is why the podcast is titled Powerfully Her. Because you are powerful. Powerful. If words have power that the way that they do, what do you think the person that is able to bring those words to life, how powerful that person is? You know, as women, we could read you with the words. We could build you up and put you down. You know, we are powerful. Activate your greatness, okay? So the economic, professionally, socially, economically, whatever it is, no one has the right to block you from the best that God has for you. No one. You're to live with freedom, dignity, and purpose. That's another thing. Dignity and purpose. When you are aligned with God, mind, body, and soul, you will find your purpose. And then it will be very easy to know, I am, and it has to be me. Because you're in alignment. And a lot of us are in misalignment. And we don't know what to do. And I understand, but we have to get aligned. We have to get centered. We have to come back to God so that we can have that. So you know your purpose. You can have your dignity, your self-worth, because that's all in you. It's in you. You can't empower yourself if you don't know your purpose. If you have no self-worth, you will not have dignity. And if you're surrounding yourself with people that don't even care about you, right? And that's not the way it's supposed to be, queens. It's not. It's not. Key elements. The second one, well, the first one was self-confidence and self-worth, which you spoke about. Women believing in their value, voice, and abilities. Your value. Your value is that you are worth more than gold and you come from greatness. So what does that mean? I really want you to think about. What does that mean? Your value, your self-worth, and what was the other one? Your abilities. What does that mean? If I just told you you were worth more than gold and you were created from greatness, so greatness lives in you, what does that mean about you? It means that you're powerfully her. That's what that means. That means you're powerful. So powerful. And the ability for you to do what it is God put in you is possible. You do have that ability. God says you can do it. If you think it, you can achieve it. And I know that was just like the sleazy slogan back in the day, but it's true. If you think it, you can achieve it. If you see others have it, it can happen. And even if you don't see anyone have it, you could be the first. You could be the first. Equal opportunities. EOP. Access to education, careers, leadership roles, and resources. This is something else that has been held back from us as women and girls. I've heard, oh my God, I forget what country it was, where they were doing the female circumcision. It's like, it burns me up when, and again, it's not a man thing. It's not, I want us to be like, no, it's men that are doing, no, that's just evil. Evil doesn't have a gender. Evil doesn't have a race. Evil doesn't have evil is just evil. It doesn't have a look like that. It doesn't. Evil is a being, but it is not what we have been, remember, what we've been conditioned to believe. Remember, tell you what to think or how to think. We've been told what to think evil is, as opposed to how to think of what it actually is and what God says it is. Okay? And it's not that. It is men that are doing it, those men, but there's not all men are not that way. And what happens is, I understand from our experiences, it's just like, well, I have encountered very bad men. And I'm not going to debate and say, well, that's because I'm not going to at all take your trauma away from you, but like, well, that's because, no, if that's what you went through, my heart breaks for you. And I'm so sorry. And I hope you're getting healing from it. But that's not all men. There are some, I've heard stories where girls in schools will actually befriend a girl. I've heard countless stories. Actually, a friend of mine who's my family she's our hairstylist. She's the best. Her name's Nicole. You should go to Nicole. She sent me an article with this girl. Were they in high school? Or I think maybe middle school. I forget. They were young. And they befriended this girl. They didn't like her. She thought they were her friends. And they tried to unalive her. I heard another story. I've heard multiple stories like that. Well, there will be bad girls, jealous, mean girls, or if a boy likes a girl and the girl that likes the boy doesn't like her but likes the other girl, the girl that's jealous of the girl that the boy likes will befriend the girl knowing that she doesn't like her just so she can hurt her or possibly unalive her. And a whole bunch of girls will do it. What? And that's girls. And they're young. I've seen other videos on TikTok where girls in the video, the girls are dressed up and they have makeup on and their friends are like hitting them in the head and messing with them. And they're like, pay attention. These aren't your friends. What? Amongst other things, y'all, remember, that's evil. We have to unlearn believing that. Like, no, it's just the man. What? Say what? So it's very important for us to get back to what the truth is and to pay attention. Okay? Pay attention and see, what are you seeing? How is someone treating me? How is someone giving me love? Are they being supportive? Is someone really want what's best for me? When I am down, do they seem really happy? Or are they upset? Do they take my problems on as their own, or as far as they care so much to help me fix it? Are they always negative? What are the things they say? Or do they do the opposite? Are they supportive and loving and friendly? Pay attention to your circle. Because we need each other. We need to empower, energize each other of the power that we have in ourselves so we can empower each other. That's what we need. That's beautiful. That's women empowerment. Being supportive. I've heard other stories where another woman will come into community, like, I don't know, like a Pilates club or something, and another woman will come. Like, one woman will come to the group, she's accepted, but another woman will come and she's not accepted. And they're like, well, you should have been her first. Just catty stuff. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's not cool. So, and then I will get on another thing, one more thing. And I've heard a lot in the medical field. I've heard not just the medical field. I don't want to say the medical field. I've had, when I was working, when I had a job, I will say the interaction with more male leadership has been friendlier than women. And when it comes to, well, I will say I've had 3 incredible women bosses, which were leadership. But when it comes to access to education, careers, leadership, and resources, I will say that I have seen women just be very catty and disrespectful because they were jealous of the other women coming up. I've seen that. And that shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. And the reason why I'm referencing is because I want to emphasize that it's not just men. They're bad men, bad women. Bad men, bad women. Just like when this whole red pill thing going on and people like these immature men, boys, I like to say, women need to do this, women need to do that. They're dumb. Those are boys. They should, why are you talking? Be quiet. You come from a woman and you're going to disrespect a woman, like, think, right? But what is being projected? What is being perpetrated? It is being perpetrated for men versus women. Men to say that women are lazy, this and that. And then you'll have the flip side. You'll have some women who will be like, oh, men need to do this and that and that. It's both sides. I won't say I say immature men, immature women. But then I will also say, like I said before, evil men, evil women. And that's the furthest. That's the farthest. But then the immature men and immature women is on both sides. So I won't say it's men acting up, it's women acting up. It's people. People. We have to work on ourselves. We have to do the inner work on ourselves. And blocking someone's opportunity to grow because you're jealous is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What are you doing? But again, it's projected for women to be jealous of each other, to not support each other, to be at odds with each other. But this is why it's so important to study and know the truth. Know the organizations and communities and civilizations of women that did support each other. And there are plenty. Women that ride for one another, that love each other, that all that negative cattiness, they take out. They're like, no, we stand together. We don't do that. We support each other. That's why learn about the women heroes, the real heroes, the heroines that exist throughout time, including Harriet Tubman. Straight G warrior. Harriet didn't have time for nothing, man or woman. If you weren't ready to leave and you still had the plantation in here and in your heart, you got to go because you're going to snitch. You're messing up the collective, okay? You're messing up with the freedom, our purposes, what we have to do. You're messing that up, so you can't be here. You're messing it up for everybody, okay? And then she was a woman. I'm talking about warrior, Cleopatra, Queen Sheba. I could go on and on. There was this other Muslim queen, forgot her name. There's quite a few. Phenomenal. And warriors. They're in a battlefield. Oh my God. I love that. I love that. Like, I'm not a damsel in distress type of woman at all. I'm more of like, I got this. You know what I mean? But not to say like men can't help me. You know, my husband can't help me. Of course I want your help. But we do it as partnership, as a team. But that's not me. And for women that want to do that, that's you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not okay for women to look how she's acting, things like that. Like, stop. Don't do that. Like, let's think good of each other. That's what we need to do. We need to think good of each other. How many times have you seen like, oh, she's loose, this and that? You don't know. You don't know her background. You don't know what she's been through. You don't know. Think positive about each other. We should think good things of each other. And that's the thing about women empowerment is we're supposed to come together. So we're taught to truly to be jealous of each other, to compare ourselves, to just be envious. No. When I said God is abundant, I mean that. There is more than enough for all of us. There is no shortage of opportunities and blessings with God. None. So don't at all think, please don't at all think that you can't have the best. If she's got it, you can have it too. And maybe what's for her, that's not for you. God could have something better. And God's saying, but why are you focused on what she has? And why don't you focus on what I have for you? So you can celebrate her for what she has. Empowerment, women empowerment, female empowerment. You can empower her. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's great. Because I know the God that's abundant gave it to you. He could give me what hopefully, God willing, I want too. But I got to focus on him and I got to focus on me. Women empowerment. When I see women out, I mean, beautiful women. I haven't ever been, thank God, that woman that was like, I will tell you one thing, which is funny. I see women and I'm like, I compliment them. If I think you look great, not I think, if you were doing your thing, who cares what I think? If you were doing your thing, I'm going to be out and be like, you look so beautiful. You're so pretty. And they're like, oh my God, thank you. Like, how often are we saying that to each other? That's women empowerment. I'm affirming her like, Queen, you are killing it. You're beautiful. Whether she's been told this 100 times or not, I'll be the 101. You know? I want to affirm her. I want her to know that I see you. I think you're beautiful because truly I'm telling God, you're the most beautiful. Look at the creation that you create. I'm giving all praise to him. Alhamdulillah. All praises are due to Allah, all to God. So you look beautiful, you know? Like I said before in the episode 25, looking at the sunset and sunrise, looking at the ocean, looking at all the beautiful things that God created, that lives in you, Queen. So celebrate life. Celebrate another woman, another girl. Affirm them. Tell them they are beautiful. And I got 2 things for homework I want you to do just really quick. 2 takeaways, not homework, but takeaways. Because we need each other. We need each other. And when I tell another woman or another girl that she's beautiful, I feel better. I kid you not. It doesn't, wallahi Allah, it doesn't take anything from me to compliment another woman. It takes nothing from me. There is no shortage of like my confidence. Like, oh my God, why would I tell her that? And like, she didn't say anything back to me. So like, I actually feel good when I tell another woman she looks great. I do, because she looks great. And then she might have something that I might be like, I'm like, hey, where did you get that? You smell so nice. What is that perfume? Oh my God, I love that bag. You know, instead of hating. So about like 20 years ago, it was 20 years ago. I was younger, 20 years ago. And I was being a hater. I was being jealous. And I saw this woman in this supermarket and I was judging her head to toe. And the point I'm making is that we all have the light and darkness in us and we have to control ourselves and try not to be judgmental. And it comes up. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're going to be judgment free. That's a lie. The thoughts are going to come. Just shake it away. Be like, God, no. Think of gratitude. Think of something positive, right? So I saw this woman. And she was beautiful. And I wasn't at that space yet. So I was complimenting women. I was. But not to the point I do now. And I'm not complimenting. Also, I want to say I'm not complimenting other women just because I want someone to say something to me. Like I said, I don't care. I'm pretty confident. So I'm good on that. And I know God's abundant. And she's beautiful, had, really nice body and everything like that. And she's in the supermarket. And I'm like, oh, she thinks she cute. You know how we do as women, And men have their thing too. And I was like, oh, she thinks she cute. So we were both going out the exit door. And I went out the right exit. And she went out the wrong door. She went out the entrance. So she stayed stuck. So she couldn't leave. And I'm on my way to the car. Mom laughing. I'm like, haha, that's what she get because she thinks she cute. Mind me, she never said anything to me. She didn't say anything. This is something I created in my head, y'all. I created this. She thinks she's cute. Haha, her. What's going on, Nadira? I was in my 20s, so I'm 44 now. So in your 20s, it's expected. So I went to my car, and this is when I had a hoopty, y'all. I had a car crash in that car. That car was like, my friend had like threw up in that car, young, you know what I mean? My car, I had a hoopty, but it wasn't a hoopty, but it turned into a hoopty, right? Like I used to not get it washed. The friends of mine used to write, wash me on the car. Dummies, but it was mad funny. So, it was crazy. And I go to my hoopty. Don't you know? Alhamdulillah, God has a sense of humor. If you want to know if God has a sense of humor, pay attention because he does. And y'all, I kid you not. Let me make sure the green light is on. And I kid you not, she goes to her car. What do you think she was walking to? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She walked to a S550 and was brand new, a Mercedes Benz. I was like, loud and clear, God, I got it. I got it. And alhamdulillah, I wasn't on some, she probably got it because she do it. When she went to that car, I was like, check me. Check me. So what? She stood at the door. And she got a better car than you, and it's not about the monetary, y'all. It's not about the monetary. It's about what God was saying to me is, Nadira, shut your mouth. Shut those negative voices off, those negative thoughts. What you're doing is mean. You know nothing about that woman. Stop judging that woman. That is not your right to say anything about her. If anything, say something nice. Or if you can't do that, shut your mouth. Like my parents said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, stay out the kitchen and shut your mouth. And it's true. And once I saw her go to the car, the God was working through me, and I got checked, and I kept quiet after that. I was like, I heard, understood, I get it. I'm sorry. Because it wasn't right. Like it wasn't right. It was completely wrong. I shouldn't have did that. And I want you to think about times that, have you done that? Have you judged another woman because of the way she looks? Or she looks like she's loose, or she looks like she's better? Have you done that? I've done that. I've done that a few times, and when I was younger. And I try not to do that anymore. I try not to, because it's just not right. We're not empowering each other if we do those things. How are we coming together? How are we lifting each other up if we're judging each other? If that woman wants to look like that, that's her business. Girl, work it. You got a beautiful body. Like, I'm for it. Yes, I'm Muslim. I'm Muslim, but I don't judge other women that are not Muslim. I don't judge other women that show their body. I don't. That is your business. I do think that, and not a judgmental way, that to show your body in that way is God created you. You're a gift. So you're a gift. So you protect a gift. That's the way I see women, how we dress. That's it. You have a beautiful body. Beautiful. Great. But I want you to be safe as well, because there are bad men and bad women, people that can hurt you too. So just protect yourself because you're a gift. That's what I think when it comes to how we dress, but not in a judgmental way. You have a beautiful body. That is great. If anything, I'm like, girl, what ab workout do you do? What do you do? That's what I want to know. But I'm not to be judgmental at all. No. And I do not judge other women that are not Muslim. That is not my right. I try not to judge women that don't wear their hijab, their scarf. Oh, my bad. I try not to do that either. Like, that's not my place. And that's the thing we have to do, is we have to get back to trying not to be judgmental. It is going to come. Those thoughts are going to come, but let's get back to connecting with God and being supportive and loving of each other and celebrating, right? So that's when I said, when it came to leadership, having negative leadership, when sometimes I know for me, and I've heard my mom say it, my sister said they'd rather have, when having a job, they'd rather have men, is because some of the women have been more mean. And why they're mean is because we're taught to be competitive with each other. We're taught to think that there's not enough for us, that we have to try to etch the other one out, as opposed to being loving and supporting. And I will say the women leaders that I've had have been the best. And the first one that I saw that can show you, that was proof that you can have fun and make it great, is my best friend Felicia. Love her so much. Oh my God, love her so much. She's my sister. Me and my little sister, she's our sister, she's family. And she, at 18, was the first person I saw who, oh my God, she's so brilliant. When I mean, this woman is quick. She's so intelligent. She's beautiful inside and out. But she was the first person I saw that made work fun. She showed you don't have to be serious. You could handle your business and still be loving, supporting, and a great leader. And that is the model I adhere to, as far as from my father, from the way my husband is, and just as being a Muslim and just doing things right, being kind and being sweet. You can still be firm, but not take no mess, but still have a good time. So the women leadership I've had, they have been amazing, like sweet and loving. And that's proof that it's a choice, y'all. It's a choice. And as women, we need to support each other, because we need each other. Look what we go through, y'all. From our menstrual to having children to infections. You know which ones I'm talking about. We ain't gotta go there. Talk offline. Bring to menopause, Menopause. What else? What else do we have? Life itself. Our hormones. Like, we go through it. It shows on us. Stress. So do you really think it serves us to not be supportive? Do you? Does it serve us to be jealous of each other, to be envious of each other? No. Because if you were hurting another woman or girl, you were hurting yourself. That's who you were hurting. And you're showing that girl or woman that she's hurt and she's broken. Then she, A, might do it to other people, other women, or B, she's going to close herself off. Or she could be the change and not do that. But why do that? Don't be that. That's not you. We need to we need to affirm each other and be loving to each other. We need each other. Life is already hard. And you know, as a woman, it can be hard. You know, losing estrogen, like, come on. So let's be good to one another, you know, be that bright woman. I know a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, she's family too from work. She loves putting makeup on. That's her. I'm not a makeup girl, although I have it on right now. I'm not a big makeup person. My sisters are very big in makeup. My mom and I are not. But that's great. That's what they love. That's cool. If that brings you joy, do it. And this other friend of mine, she loves makeup. And I'm like, not once did I put her down. Not once. I'm like, girl, you look great. And there was another woman that was hating on her. And I shut her down for being mean to my friend. Like, I'm like, you know what? You have a problem. No, you're the problem. What she looks like has nothing to do with you. And this is after what I did over 20 years ago, you know, hating on another woman. Yeah, I had to learn. You know, I don't stand for that. Be good to each other. We need each other. We need each other. Everything that we have comes from God, and there's more than enough for all of us. And you are more than enough. And I don't want you to believe those evil beauty standards that are being told by evil, whether men or women, because there are women on that board too, telling women how they need to look. Like, what is this? It's wrong. But you, queen, can be the one that is going to change how things can be for the better. So 2 takeaways. Number 1, I want you to compliment at least one woman that you see this week. Compliment her on how she looks, whatever it is. I like your bag. Your hair is cute. I like your nails, whatever it is. I want you genuinely, I don't want you to say it just to say it. I want you to say it because you actually admire it and think it's nice what she has. I want you to say that to one woman. Okay. Then, but before that, I want you complimenting you. I want you to stand in the mirror and compliment yourself. And I know I've said that before, but we got to keep it going because it's important. I don't want you to just affirm yourself one time. You'll be like, oh, I did it a month ago. No, keep doing it. Okay. I want you to stand in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful. I'm special. I told you before, say I'm sexy. Hey, you know, you got to say that too, because it's power in that. I'm loved. I deserve love. That's another thing. There's a lot of brokenness out there. We have to heal, and we heal each other together too. But give love, be love. That's who you really are. So we ain't out here hating on nobody. There's no need to hate on anybody because what they have is for them. There's no shortage of blessings from God. Focus on you. All right? So we can empower each other. We need each other, queens. And listen, you know, when you get a group of women together and we are strong and we are in our essence and our power, what can't we do, right? What can't we do? And it's so fun. It's so fun. Let's celebrate each other. Let's have joy. Let's have joy. And women, we are funny too, you know? Let's do that. Let's take the hating out, being jealous and envious. That's not us. That's not who we're supposed to be. No competition. Community, connection, love, not competition. The competition, queen, is versus you versus you. You versus you, because you were the one you go home with every night. You were the one that you spend all day with. You, not the one that you hating on. You're not with her. You with you. You were her. Her. Powerfully her. That's who you're with. And you need to walk in that and be that. Because that's what God wants for you, and it is the right thing to do. So as always, you are much more powerful than you know. You are worth more than gold, forever forward and never backwards. And you are created from greatness, so therefore greatness lives in you. And I'm so happy that you showed up for you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.